Hello. I'm happy to be here because this is a very nice community, and I'm very happy to have joined it a few years ago, still in Kaiserslautern at the time, when we were fitting a small room. So I'm here to give you a little bit of feedback regarding the PRC Data Challenge that we launched this year. We finally have been able to launch this year because it's an idea that we have since a long time. I'm part of the European Green Sky Directorate in Eurocontrol. It's a nice name. And eventually the Aviation Intelligence Unit. I want to start with the thanks first, because the work has been done by a lot of people that I'm listing here, and I wouldn't have been able to organize this stuff like it has happened. John Fitzgerald from the other side of the world helped a lot on the Trino and the API setup. We had to coordinate with, from New Zealand to here. It was receiving WhatsApp messages in the night for one or the other. So it was, okay, nice. Junzi, which also jumped on and helped on a critical moment when I was unable, I didn't have enough time to actually download the trajectory that I wanted to put together with the rest of the data. And he said, oh, don't worry, I have 1 year of trajectory ready for you. And he worked during the night, as usual. So again, Martin, which helped with checking also my back and emails. We got a lot of emails exchanges, advice from our WhatsApp channel. Similarly for Alan and Xavier, so we had these groups that helped when I was asking questions. Yeah, cheerleading as well, yes. And finally also Quinten, because when I was super stressed about having to evaluate all these submissions, you will see how many, he said, okay, well, can I help you? So we are sitting one in front of the other, but it was nice to volunteer. And finally, institutionally, I have to say that the PRC, so the Performance Review Commission, and in particular, Jose Miguel, which is the commissioner, which is following the kind of work that we do, has been very supportive. And we need that kind of support because otherwise things do not become a reality from bottom up only. You also need some push from the top. So why the challenge? So it was curiosity. Also, Eurocontrol, okay, some people in Eurocontrol think that we are the center of the world. We are not. We are few people. We cannot do anything, everything that we want. Sorry. That's a Freudian lapsus. And we wanted to also combine the enthusiasm from the aviation enthusiast and aviation community, but also with the much larger data science community. So let's try to see if we can work together on some interesting topics and challenges. And again, the underlying principle from the PRC and for us, what we believe is that working in Eurocontrol, sometimes our report go out and we can be easily labeled as a lobbyist for the aviation industry or the aviation domain in general. And we prefer to be transparent in what we do, the results that we present, in the repeatability of what we do, to be a trusted source of information. Even if the message is painful, it's better that people believe you rather than say you're just spitting numbers because they are good for your business. Finally, so we found a topic that we think was interesting, trying to estimate the actual takeoff weight. And we used this because, okay, now we are in the climate change effects, and aviation has to pay its own price in trying to reduce the effects. And the takeoff weight is one of the important parameters to then go through the various models to calculate fuel burned and the relevant emissions. So at the beginning, expectations, we were really expecting 10-something teams. 2 or 3 submissions of quality, maybe there was somebody good enough to do it. So we got 132 registered teams. Many teams were just there to suck the data and play personally. It's okay. It's not a big deal. So for a total of 261 members, so I just counted the emails of the members. And finally, for the final stage, we had 43 submissions, which ranked automatically by the system. A lot of solo teams, and as I said, a lot of people just interested in the data set. But I was personally shocked. I was on the beach, and I had all these requests to create teams, and I had to do it on the phone, on our API, which luckily the guys suggested to put in place, so I could even do it on a mobile phone. So this is from the 8th of August, my message saying, oh, we have already 50 teams. Others replying, 5 team submission, 2, 3, 5. And somebody else in the room said, oh yeah, 5 would be great. And just an idea of the what I could get from the team's description, I failed there to get, since the registration time, their geographical location. So I have a few unknowns. But you see, we go from Germany, France, Australia, Brazil, Chile, China, and you go far from Europe, you go to, Turkey, Vietnam, I was shocked. And I was receiving emails from all over the world on all time zones. So data preparation, we contacted 10 major airlines flying in Europe to get their permission to use the data that they are already providing to Eurocontrol in some way. So we wanted to avoid to go through the ping pong of asking them for specific data, when they go to their technical people to extract the data, get the non-disclosure agreement being signed by their director, our director, so it takes only 6 months to go through the emails. It was free. Only 3 airlines replied positively on the thing, saying, yes, good idea, go ahead. The rest, no feedback. So it is difficult to get ground truth. So what did we use on the Eurocontrol side from the network manager? I extracted 1 million flights where I had a takeoff weight data usable. Just to give you an idea, out of 9 million flights in the Eurocontrol area. So I had some 10%-ish kind of flights. And out of this, I passed the list to Junzi. I said, look, flight ID, IQ24 bit address, call sign, off-block, arrival time, plus 30 minutes. Give me the trajectories for the challenge. And that was the list that we had. And in fact, we had a total of, I don't know how to use this thing, too complicated. Yeah, I had a total of 500,000 flights, which part of it, the 369,000 we used for learning. The second set was for the first phase ranking, and we added another 52,000 for the final phase ranking. So initially, our trajectories were 150 gigs. There was a filter applied initially. Some teams came back that were smarter than us, and they said, oh, there are a few problems. So Junzi, remotely from China on a special connection, applied some reprocessing, and we got on the same flight IDs the new version. And of course, that was a disruption for the teams, but everybody has been kind enough. They didn't bang on our heads. Submissions, what shocked us is we have 34 submissions with an average error less than 5%. I was destroyed. I couldn't believe that it was possible. And okay, of all the 34 submissions, we still have no 9 teams that didn't share their GitHub repo. Okay, fine, their decision, no problem. Most teams used some form of gradient boosting. A lot of people used XGBoost. But everybody in their own different way. So then later on, somebody will tell you more. We have seen, well, code, we asked also as criteria for the selection, making the code publicly available and document it, because, you know, just reading and compiling code in your head is difficult sometimes. And we see that the quality varies. We had some ChatGPT enhanced documentation, which, okay, helped somewhat. Just to give you an idea, we had 5 submissions between 5 and 10% average error, 16 between 3 and 5, 2 submissions between 2 and 3, and 1 below 2. So again, super surprised. Now we have learned something from organizing this challenge. Initially, we wanted to use the services of some of these companies that organize these challenges. In fact, their cost was 4 times the money we had. So we decided to do it ourselves. And that was good. With the lesson learned is that maybe, for example, I should have set up a Google form or some form for Teams registration, so that I just get a spreadsheet where I can quickly copy and paste, send emails, and create an API. But okay, it was not too painful. The API was working very well. We had one part which was private for the creation, deletion, activation, or update of the teams. And we had another part which was public for the ranking and the statistics about the submissions. It worked really well with some glitches and coordination between Europe and New Zealand, but okay, it is normal. As I said, we had to refresh the data sets. We did once with the flight list because people discovered that some takeoff weights were strange, and in fact, I was surprised. So some submissions from some airlines were actually nasty. Okay, so we tried to fix them and try to stick. But that's part of typical data analysis work. There is a mess everywhere, so you have to deal with it. Again, trajectory, we spoke about it. Interaction with the team, Teams, it was mainly done via email with lesson learned. Maybe, a Discord channel could have helped and made the information more common to everybody. Again, API, I spoke about it. And the teams, I have to say, they have been very tolerant. I mean, even if we had a couple of days of disruption, it was okay. Maybe it was August, so they wanted to go to the beach. It was okay. Other things that I noticed reading the code, some teams have done the same work again and again, like out of the ICAO airport address code, extracting the lat long and various information for the airport, and maybe we could have delivered this kind of data. It is useless work, and you could have done it beforehand. We have also seen some teams doing mainly, let's say, data science kind of approach to the challenge and putting very little domain-specific knowledge. So yes, you play with the data, but if you know which kind of features could have been useful, or that would have helped the team to perform better. So that we could help in the future. Finally, once we got at the evaluation stage, we decided to create a GitHub organization where to put all the publicly shared repos with GPL version 3 license. So we wanted it to be open. We don't care to get data. Eurocontrol controls the world. It's not the case. And also for people to learn. I mean, reading the code and trying to evaluate, it's interesting. You find certain approaches that you say, oh, nice, good idea. People could learn and could improve and could, yeah, that's learning. So it's not only machine learning, it's also human learning. So you have the address there. We want to keep for a while the API open, at least until I publish. We want to publish the data set under an article on the Journal of Open Aviation Science, which the data put openly, probably Zenodo or something where the data can reside. This is also a message that I'll relay to the teams. We were thinking to have a special JOAS issue to let the team describe what they did and how they did it. Yes, for the benefit of the full community. Well, finally, what's next? As Jose Miguel said this morning, we think that this edition of the challenge showed that there is interest in this kind of approach. We are not interested in exploiting free work because we are putting everything in the open. We are not taking any special benefit out of it. So we are thinking about future challenges. If you have ideas, please, my address, put things on Discord or wherever you want. One topic that we had in mind was this time trying to predict the full fuel burn profile for the flight. This will have, I think, good benefits, also some sort of lateral thinking benefit, because maybe it will improve the possibility for OpenAP to have a better models for different aircraft types or better, so we have a better coverage of aircraft types. Again, the difficulty is to get hold of ground truth kind of data. And okay, we'll see if we can do it. So this is, again, to thank you, everybody, also the teams participating, the community in general. We are quite open and happy to get your feedback, so don't hesitate. Ask. If we cannot, we say no. Otherwise, we say yes. And I think now we are ready to go for the data challenge winners. So I'll go for the third place. We have TU Delft students from TU Delft, from TU Delft. So Aidan Atasambi, Raman, and Bintang. I only know the names and eventually emails. I don't know faces. I don't know anything. So, this is not.
The second one actually is in the room.
Ah, sorry. Yes, come here. Yes. So I'm also bad with names, faces. It will take 3 years to recognize people.
No worries.
So, congratulations. The slides are also not the correct ones, but okay.
Oh.
There was a nice thing. It is a sort of voucher that Eurocontrol will provide. We are not allowed to pay in cash. So you will get the details later, but that's the message around. It's not. So, well done. So, I don't know, Ahmad, you want to say something?
First, thank you to Eurocontrol for arranging the challenge, to everyone included in as the organizers, and we as a team are very happy to join the challenge. Especially, I think we are we would say newbie in this domain, but overall we are quite happy to participate and see what we can do with the data, and that's the thing that we have the experience in while doing the challenge, and we really hope that in the future, maybe the upcoming challenge, that would be of course very interesting to have again. Maybe I will not participate again because it's a bit tiring, and it's kind of when you have the list and then it's keep updated every 30 minutes, and then okay, now I'm here, and then okay, someone is coming again. But anyway, also I would like to maybe it's kind of obvious, the first place. So I would like to thank the first place team. I don't want to say name. But it's like the first team actually show us what is possible. So it's like they set up this high standard, and we keep pushing ourselves and into what's possible. But we were not there yet. But we will see the secret recipe, I think. So because it's open. So that's it from me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There were also this kind of, somebody said, sniping technique. As soon as somebody was advancing, a new version was being submitted to not lose the place. So the second place goes to the Brazilians. So the professors and graduate students of the Aeronautics Institute of Technology in Brazil. So Mayara, which is the person I've been dealing mostly, so emails, exchanges here and there. So Carolina, Gabriel, Joao, Lucas, and Marcos. So congratulations. Again, it is a sort of voucher thing. We will send the details on how to do it. And in fact, can we check the slide, because it is not the correct amount as well. Yes. Sorry. Try. Let's see if it is the correct one. No, this is the Jose Miguel.
Yes.
Yeah, the one. It is
This one. This is the newest.
the newest. Yes. Yes. It was around this morning.
Yeah. Okay, this is now the PowerPoint version. Maybe the
No, it's okay. Let me check. Yes. Sorry, more money. No, I think we arranged the numbers to be a little bit better. So 750. I know that your hours and nights, maybe they were not worth the amount, but that's what we have. And the second team, so again, the Brazilians, you see the amount is 1,750. And the winner is here. So Richard and David, so as you see, professors at ENAC in Toulouse, France. We have a voucher for 2,500. And let's say this is for me also the nice thing to hand over to him, that we grabbed, we saw that he was registered for the symposium, and he said, why don't you say a few words about your sniping techniques and all the rest. Yes, so he will present something for us. Thank you, Richard. And David.